Okay, that was a song called "I Love You, Lord." Keep in mind, Sunday song "I Love You, Lord." I love. Let's get the chords right. I love you. I love you. I love you, Lord, today. Because you care for me in such a special way. And yes, I'll praise you. I'll lift you up instead of going here. And I'll magnify your. Have fun with me on this Sunday. Magnify your name. That's why I got a problem with singing and accompanying myself. And here's the reason why, because I'm not supposed to be playing my melody. That's why my heart is filled with praise. You know, you play a song like that. I was given a tutorial yesterday, and my wife she's interested in playing this thing right here, and I had to tell her she had a problem with and my advice to her, just like I give my advice to myself, sometimes when we perform, different stuff happens. It's like when we perform, our mind goes scatterbrains. It's like, okay, do I hit the C minor 7 here, or do I bring it there? Or there's a plethora of things that go through our heads at one time. But it only makes sense to do it. Let's see if you guys can see it. There we go. Yeah. So I did the C. So I did the C minor 7 here, F7. That's how I should have went. F C with C in the bass. And I'm doing that G minor 7. Instead of doing that G minor 7 right here. Because it makes for an easy switch transition. Back to your F. But I told her, I said, when you're doing your training, because I mean, she's coming to it. And sometimes she started doing some weird stuff with she started using that, and I was sitting here cooking. I was sitting there sous chefing, cooking up, and I put the stuff down. I said, stop, you driving me crazy. And I told her, I said, number one, you have got to come out with a strict training regimen. Or minor. Anyway, I told her you got to come out with a strict training regimen for yourself that you've got to stick to, that you can't deviate. You need to hurry up and get through that perfectly in as short as time possible, and then you need to. All I want to do is I want to hear either uh, uh, I said, all I want to hear is that I want to hear that till I get sick of hearing you playing it. And I want to ask, is that the only thing you know how to play? And I also told her, I said, when you practice, because she wants to get to. She wants to get to that, but I told her in order for you to get to that, you've got to be consistent. You got to be consistent, and it's gonna take time. And I applauded her. I said, the first thing is you're sitting down at the piano without having me to tell you to. So I applauded her on that. But I told her, I said, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. But I said, I guarantee you, I said, if you follow what I'm saying, get that. And if I love you, Lord, if your problem is, I said, all I want to hear, because she's trying to press on to the song. She's trying to press on to the song, which I applaud her, but I said, I want you to learn how to play at least get the movement in your left hand right. Now go on to the B flat. When you break it down to the root note, it sounds weird. C in the bass. So I want her to break it down at least to get just the first line right. So if she masters this. Got to look at it like a video game, getting to the next level. So if you mess up, that's my creative mind, don't go there. But if you mess up, the video game is going to make you start over, start with your next life. So I wonder, are boys better than playing piano than girls? That's interesting if we look at it that way. And so until she gets this right, if she gets that perfectly, then she can go on to the Because You Care For Me, which goes with the G7. So if she gets that right, that's when she can go on to the And Yes, I'll Praise You. But keep this in mind, all this, also you gotta be able to make the left hand speak to the right hand. See, all of this is it's kind of like I told her I was learning how to play But I told her all that literally took me sitting down and playing, just getting that part off. For the reason why I'm able to, that literally took me sitting down and playing that over and over and over and over and bar by bar until I got it right. That's one thing you also have to remember while playing the piano. Sometimes you're going to, classical pianists that practice at the concert level, they practice for 8 hours a day. And if they're playing a song like they may be, it depends on the type of feeling they give off. So they may just be practicing on the, or what song was I doing? That's a little bit of freestyle, but it takes time and it takes patience. It takes patience, and that's what it takes: time, patience, and at least it takes the first step, the willingness for you to come out and actually enjoy this instrument. There's gonna be some stuff we don't enjoy. Some stuff that we don't enjoy, but we're going to learn to enjoy it because we're gonna have our own creativeness with that song. Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful journey. And as in the midst of her practicing the first line over and over again, I set another piece in front of her. I said, "Stop and play this." And she said, "Why?" And I told her, I said, "Because your eyes are getting tired of playing that. So I need to." It's kind of like if you're in a perfume store, cologne, or you're walking through Macy's and you're in the fragrance section, and you're smelling all these different. What do? They give you some coffee to sniff to reset your nose. So I said, play this, just play the first line. Key it out, key the first line out. She said, "What's that from?" I said, "Just key it out and we'll discuss where it's from." All right, anyway, music ADD. But take some of that stuff with you. And plus the song's got the, once the song starts to mean something to you, it's kind of like that song I was playing, anyway, once the song actually starts to speak to you, you can add your feeling in it. Oh, they know mine, now I can't hide. Say I thought I knew myself, but I guess I lied. It's okay. Anyway, have fun playing. Have fun doing what you do. I was starting to get back into this workout kick after having COVID for 4 weeks. But have fun with what you're doing. Find some fun in it, find some joy in it, and maybe you'll find your passion. Peace. Happy Sunday.